Deputy head of the Region's Party faction Alexander Yefremov said. He reminded that according to the Ukrainian legislation, after registration of the proper resolution, 10 days are given to determine the date of consideration. According to Yefremov, Mykola Azarov is the most likely candidate for the post of a new prime minister. To remind, Prime Minister Yulia Tymoshenko demands that tomorrow the non-confidence to her government to be discussed first. Also, according to the Premier, Speaker Volodymyr Litvin does not have a right to demand legal acknowledgement of the coalition availability in the parliament, since the official is not able to dismiss the democratic coalition by himself, referring to new regulations.
The sooner the better. The Prime Minister addressed the People's Deputies in order on Tuesday at the plenary meeting. They would try to resign her government. Tymoshenko says that the first steps of the new elected President Viktor Yanukovych are anti-Ukrainian and anti-democratic. And only voting can clear up a primordial issue: who and to whom is a friend in the parliament.
I insist that tomorrow, on Tuesday, the Region's Party resolution on the government's resignation to be discussed first in Verkhovna Rada. If this resolution polls a majority of votes, it will become clear who votes for this resolution and support the anti-Ukrainian majority in the parliament. I believe this is the right course of events because the country needs clarity.
However, the deputies have a little different plan. They are planning to discuss the non-confidence to the government on Wednesday, but not on Tuesday. Members of the Region's Party, Alexander Yefremov, reminded that the law allows 10 days for consideration of such a resolution. In his opinion, there will be enough voices to resign the cabinet.
We hope that common sense will prevail and an absolute majority of the deputies, understanding the situation, will vote for the resignation of the government.
Speaker Vladimir Litvin doesn't believe in effectiveness of such voting.
It's about 50-50. I think it is not a big secret that they are now walking and assessing possible votes, but I don't know whom they actually count.
In case of the government's resignation, Yulia Tymoshenko, in a status of acting prime minister, will remain on her post for some time, the Region's Party says, because a new prime minister will appoint it a bit later. The Region's Party holds consultations. Region's Party sees Mykola Azarov as the most probable candidate for the post of the head of the government. They will ask him to support other factions. Meantime, members of the Our Ukraine People's Self-Defense set back for the prime minister's office. They even delivered an ultimatum to their coalition counterparts. They the existing de jure majority with a built under condition that a member of the Our Ukraine People's Self-Defense faction is nominated for the Prime Minister's post. But they do not mention his name. Otherwise, they threaten to come to agreement with the Region's Party.
We should decide whether the coalition exists or not. The only way out of the situation is resignation of the current Prime Minister Yulia Tymoshenko and nomination of a candidacy from our party instead. In case this scenario fails, we shall be ready to negotiate with the Region's Party, since there is no other way of getting 226 votes. The main thing is our ideological principles.
The Butte members are ready to support allies of the parliamentary majority, but they low down their condition.
We will support it if the coalition of the Our Ukraine is confirmed. Otherwise, it is a needless game. If this party, by 60 votes, confirms the existence of the coalition and puts forth its own candidate, we will support this question.
Still, deputies have to be imbued with own political fate. An examination will be awaiting for them on Tuesday. The deputies will have to give the Speaker 226 signatures to prove the coalition existence. Otherwise, the Speaker will announce about collapse of the parliamentary majority, and the matter will concern formation of the new majority. Marina Kvitka, Natalia Shkaruba, Yulia Tatarchenko, Artem Shportin, Igor Kirkodim, UTR News.
The issue of the official information newsletter UEFA Euro 2012 Alive was presented in Kiev. This is a joint project of the UEFA with the hosting countries of Euro 2012 that will allow football fans to get hot news on preparation of Ukraine and Poland to the Euro 2012. The newsletter will inform about an exciting way to the Euro 2012 in English, Polish and Ukrainian languages. The Alive newsletter is also available online on the UEFA website.
Interesting interviews, biographies of key persons of the world football and all information about the UEFA 2012 tournament is presented now on the pages of the official information newsletter UEFA Euro 2012 Alive. The first issue of this publication has already been published. The newsletter is published in 3 languages. It is possible to find information in English, Polish and Ukrainian languages. It is planned to publish 6 issues of such newsletter, by 2 issues every day.
It is not a commercial project and it is not profitable. Therefore, it will not be sold. It will be spread and it will be on the UEFA website. You can see it in the online regime. Moreover, all who wish to be acquainted with this newsletter can address a local organizational committee and get it.
According to director of the Euro 2012 tournament in Ukraine, Markian Lubkivsky, the newsletter circulation makes up 5,000 copies and they were published in Ukraine. Although the newsletters will be spread free of charge, not everyone can receive it, since a part of total circulation has been already sent to Poland and the UEFA headquarters. So only 1,800 copies are left in Ukraine. However, organizers say it will be possible to become familiar with the newsletters on the official UEFA website. Marina Kvitka and Aleš Karuber, UTR News.
National ophthalmologists got a possibility to reveal the eye defects of children starting from the age of 8 months. It will allow to avoid numerous cases of children's blindness. It became possible due to new medical equipment that was bought at the cost of the funds raised by the old Ukrainian charity foundation Heart to Heart. Thousands of different Ukrainians donated 2,800,000 hryvnias for children's treatment. A part of this money was spent for obtaining 10 screening devices that will allow to detect the congenital eye defects. One of these devices was handed over to the Eye Microsurgery Center.
Every year, about 20,000 of patients are operated in the Eye Microsurgery Center, including 3,000 children. Chief ophthalmologist of the hospital, Sergei Rykov, is convinced that if disease were timely diagnosed, it would be possible to avoid many problems, in particular a surgical operation and children's blindness.
This device can reveal short-sightedness, long sight, astigmatism and cast in the eye. If we discover that a 1-year-old child sees badly, by reaching the school age, the child will have a 100% sight.
One screen apparatus made in Germany costs €7,000. It is portable and does not overload children in the case of a full eye diagnostics. The main thing is that it enables to examine 5-fold more children than usually. In spite of such advantages, the state does not allocate the money for up-to-date equipment. Sergei Rykov is convinced if ever children's hospital was equipped with such device, the majority of small children would go to school with 100% eyesight.
When the child fixes a glance at a toy, this device examines the child's eye structure. We can now examine eye structure of an 8-month-old child.
The fund head-to-head is not going to be satisfied with what have already achieved and prepares for the next action. This time the money will be raised for the update medical equipment for the premature infants. From the 3rd till 23rd of May, everyone who is not indifferent to the children's problems will be able to participate in the action.
Every year we select a branch. For 2 years, we've been assisting children with hearing problems. For another 2 years, we help children who have eyesight defect. This year, it is crucial for us to assist the neonatal centers. Since Ukraine joins the international standards, today it is necessary to take care of children weighing 500 grams and more.
Юлія Татарченко, Анна Вітер, Ігор Коркодим, UTR News.
And it was all information for today. Stay on UTR channel to keep the track of all events, and thanks for watching.